So it's Sunday morning. Cappy, groggy Cappy. It's kind of like, a good habit. Good habit is you should go for a walk every morning. Good habit, you should do a video every morning. That way, like, well, at least I did something kind of sort of contributing to GDP. But I have, don't worry, we'll get to the topic. I have gone above and beyond the call of duty in the podcasting world. Many of you love the Great One intro. Many of you love that is in minute and 15. Well, check out this.
I know how to use a mic. Where's the microphone?
Where's your microphone? When I was the age of these little youngins, we didn't have these newfangled microphones.
I don't like young people. They make me fart.
Young people, they're always on my lawn. That's what I don't like. And they get on the road and they drive really fast. I'm like, damn it. Don't you understand? The speed limit says 35. That means you should drive 25 to make sure there's an extra 10 for buffer zone.
We didn't have speed limits. We had just limits. It limited us on everything. We couldn't do nothing. We just sat. That's all we did for fun. We liked it.
Well, now you must be younger than me, Sonny, because when I was your age, I couldn't just sit. I had to walk uphill in order to sit. And then when I was sitting uphill, and I had to pull myself up the hill by my bootstraps.
I don't want to hear your cry. You had uphill. You lied. You lied. I'm not younger than you. You're older. I'm old. I'm something but older than you.
No. I'm Boomer Great One. I'm older
but
than you.
But you said uphill. You're a traitor. You had it easy.
Uphill.
We didn't even have uphill. It was just hill, damn you. What generation of whippersnappers are you from?
Hey, listen to me, you little whippersnapper. Both of my knees hurt. And my back hurts.
We didn't have knees in my day. You're a millennial hippie. You don't even have your driver's license.
So I can drive. I've been driving since 1837.
Your penis cut off surgery all popular with the kids.
The first Henry Ford automobile ever.
My butt hurts with this chair. I want a new chair. The young kids, they should pay for it now, don't you think?
Yeah, if they'd stop buying avocado toast and Starbucks coffee, they could afford. Why did they buy all that stuff for?
We just had bread. We didn't have no toast. These weakling kids. Get their fire applicator to the toaster. Who had toast?
Right.
Who didn't have time for it? We're walking uphill all the time.
And Starbucks, we didn't even have water. All we had was the coffee beans. We had to put the beans
We just had Bucks. There's no Star. Who did this? Buck is this creepy old man. Grabbed us where we shouldn't have been grabbed, but we liked it, damn it.
That's right.
We liked it.
And I just imagined he was pulling me up by my bootstraps. I enjoyed every moment of it.
Dang whippersnappers.
Now these whippersnappers.
Don't get me started about them.
All right, so there we go. I know you all love that so much. We'll be coming up with an extended version because I guarantee you people are going to love it in the comments section. So this is my observation. I got another observation. I'm going to be an old man and complain about people today. In the group I'm complaining about are the feminists that shaved their head because democracy happened. And like little crybabies, they showed us. They sure showed us they're going to shave their heads. And some of them, particularly the ugly fat ones, said they weren't going to sleep with no guys. And guys are like, oh, okay. But one thing I did want to point out, and this happened. I came from it from a different angle. There was that article going around that women are going to poison men, or women were poisoning men because they suspected men voted Trump because, democracy, and that's totally not tyrannical. Totally not. I said, well, wait, if that's actually happening, wouldn't there be an increase in the number of men going to the hospitals for poisoning? Wouldn't there be a jump in? Wouldn't that be kind of immediate? And I searched around to see if there was any, more men, admitted to hospital for poisoning, and nothing happened. Didn't happen. And then by extension, I said, admittedly, I'm in a red state. And there are, I'm in the second largest town in this otherwise very sparsely populated red state. There's some lefties here. There's some, I think, fake, not fake, how do we put it? There are a significant percentage, a certain significant population. There is an existing population, not large by any stretch, of straight people who fake a different sexuality for attention. There are some of those. There may actually be one or two trans people here, like legit. But we, like you, we have the ugly kids because they're never good looking because that takes work. We have the fat, lazy, ugly kids that zany hair colors, and they go downtown Rapid City, and then they claim to not be straight because attention. Because then I don't have to work, and then I'm special. I'm special. So there's a real way with it. There's a counterculture, right? There's a subculture. They're here, and I guess in stodgy, boring South Dakota, that would be different hair colors. Oh, kids, you're so zany. In my day, we got tattoos and tramp stamps. What are you kids up to now? Oh, you're claiming not to be straight for the attentions. Point is, there are some left-leaning people who have no problem announcing it, making it their identity, making sure hey, I got blue hair. Haven't seen one bald woman yet. And there are Democrats. There's not a lot, but there are Democrats here. I'm in somewhat of a metropolitan area. I'm like looking for all the bald Democrats. And then I was on a show, Collapse Life, and I asked the gal and her husband, I said, have you seen any bald feminists? Yeah, we haven't seen them. And then I ask unto you, have you guys seen any bald feminists? And the chances are you haven't. And what that means, it's good news. It's good news. And it's a bit of data in the argument that what you see on the internet, with the TikTok girls saying, oh my God, like I totally don't want to work. And I expect I am the type. Oh, pouty lip Eastern European woman, Coco Beauty Coco. But you got the hey, I gotta freeze my eggs. That was my impersonation of her. I don't think it's real that much. Element of truth to what they say, but when it comes time to actual action in the real world, you don't see it. Makes great headlines. You guys are all worried about the 4B movement, right? Ooh, edgy. Women aren't going to have sex and women aren't going to be nice. And what was it? No sex, no nice, no marriage, and no something else. No cooking, was it? I don't know what the 4B movement was. And then every man in America is like, how's that different from any other Tuesday? Hey, whoa. Don't you be speaking the truth there now. But no, you guys were all like, oh my God, the 4B movement. And it's not even that big of a movement in South Korea. And then it comes here. I don't know. Did you notice? Did you notice? I don't know. Women taking sex off the table more. I don't know. My girlfriend was compliant yesterday, I guess would be the word. We had fun. I know healthy couples where they still like each other. And it is kind of some good news because it's just it really is a bunch of mentally ill people who have nothing in their lives and needed to attention whore. Man, Rollo hit it right. For a lot of gals out there, their only agency is their beauty. And if things don't work, going on a sex strike because you made us have to work for a living. You're gonna cut our social benefit. You didn't vote the way we're taking sex off the table. We're gonna make ourselves ugly. Okay, Brittany Renner? No, Britney Spears. They're both fucked in the head. Both two truly worthless women. Oh no. Well, bye. And that was it. There it was. You girls shaved your heads. And no one cared. No one saw. No one noticed. It wasn't even in enough, wasn't in enough numbers for people to say, yeah, there actually is a lot of shaved heads around here. You cut your nose to spite your face. Congratulations, ladies. And I gotta imagine this only happened on college campuses of major metropolitan areas. You see a bump up, you see a shaved head girl. Now we know. Oh, scarlet letter, self-inflicted. And that's the sad thing. No one's investing in you girls anyway. No one in this country gave a shit about you. Except maybe the Democrat Party, in as so far they give you other people's money. They would indulge you in your parasitism, and that's what your ideology and your politics are, is I want other people's money. That's it, knock it off. It's not more complicated than that. At the end of the day, that's it. And then your team didn't win, and now you're going to go, I'm going to go do a thing, and no one cared. No one. And you didn't do it in enough numbers, and now it's like, oh, look at those freaks, and that's what you are, freaks. Look at those statistically speaking freaks. Look at those statistical freaks. We didn't even find you. There's so few. So I'm glad it made headlines. I'm glad your 4B movement. Okay. And what I wanted this to show is I think normal people, normal Democrats even, are starting to look at some of the people on their team and saying, what the fuck? Not even financial, one could even say political. It's just starting to get to like human nature and common sense. They're starting to see how mentally ill a wing or section or a contingent of the Democrat Party is. Go ahead. Yeah, ladies, keep on going. Shave your heads. I'm not going to sleep with you. Oh, okay. All right. Anything else? Hang on. Stop. I'm running out of rope. I got to go down to the Home Depot and get some more rope for you to hang yourself with. You're consuming all the rope. Just keep your mouth shut for 15 minutes. I'll be back. Come in with a whole fucking semi-truckload of rope, and you go ahead. Any other crazy zany ideas you want to do? Do you want to make your team look even more ridiculous? Do you want to actually it's kind of sad, but between the TikTok girls and the shaving of the heads and Fat Lizzo and girls singing songs, we don't need no, I'm a woman. Would you like we're running out of rope? Okay, we got to import it from China now because you, among other girls, are really just besmirching yourselves and making you all look like fools. And the good news I did want to point out to the guys, though, is that women aren't that bad. They're not. If it was a bunch of women, you would have seen a bunch of shaved-haired people. And thankfully, some women are like, no, not really, thank you. No, thanks. I'm not saying these girls are all going to be voting Republican. It's not that. I think the Democrats have left the realm of politics. Certainly the feminists have left the realm of politics and went into the realm of mental illness. And people are like, that has nothing to do with whether I can afford daycare or not. And now, ladies, tell me in the comments section, am I being too optimistic to suspect that maybe some of you may not hate men? Am I being too optimistic? Some of you like, well, am I being too optimistic to assume some of you women might actually now start liking to be women? Like you like your long hair? I don't know if the Democrat Party's for you then. I'm not saying the Republican Party is either, but I don't know if you've noticed, but one thing for certain, the Democrat Party is anti-good-looking women. They do not want you, which is I should say the female part of the Democrat Party called feminism. They don't want you being feminine at all. They don't want you making men happy. And look at how happy these women are, huh? Don't you want to just be like them? Come on, man. Wait, are you, some of you girls saying, my mom was a miserable, pissed off boomer bitch that divorced my dad and no one was happy. She didn't have no money and she shaved her hair and she tried to raise me as a boy. And you know what? I kind of like heels, and I like pretty, and I think I want a guy, and I want to be. Is that some of you starting to realize that's not possible with the Democrat Party? Just wondering. I don't want to wear a strap on and peg my husband. We don't live in Minnesota. What? I I don't want my husband to be Tim Waltz. Look at his face. He's pegged all the time. You don't get that face without being pegged. Oh my God. Well, anyway, that just, an overall important lesson is you got to trust your own eyes. All right. I know there's a lot of information comes on the internet. Very easy to analyze things. Very easy to get a lot of information. But for clicks and all that, oh yeah. Yeah, the internet skews it, man. Like even on my cuz on YouTube, right? On my app, I can tell it's giving me only what it thinks I want to hear. It's always right-leaning libertarian coverage of the collapse of the video game industry. I'm like, "No, I don't want shocked, destroyed, owned." I'm like, "No." There's a YouTube, if you're listening, there would be a great market for YouTube if you had like unbiased tube or something you could sign up for. Like there's ground news and they try to sift out the bias in news. A lot of the people I listen to have it. They have ground news sponsoring them. But I could tell them like, okay, I'm getting biased information now. You're only giving me what I want to hear. I am not a Democrat woman, I'll have you know. I don't only need to hear what I want to hear. I'm an empirical economist. I need to hear what the truth is. Sometimes I want to hear what the other side is saying. Don't lie to me. I'm not an Oprah book consumer. I don't only hear what I want to hear. For the love of God, I have a penis. That was low and dirty, but there's some elements of truth because guys are, after a while, they want to be empirical. I forgot where I was going with that. Maybe you girls are different message. Maybe you're, but for you guys, that's what I was going to say is the internet is very skewed, and you need to go outside and look. And I think this provides us a great opportunity. Okay, are the girls gonna? I never saw a girl wearing a pink pussy hat back in the day. I just saw pictures of it on the internet. I didn't see that out in public. I don't see shaved-headed women out there. I didn't even see a protest. So, in fairness, and if we're ever going to get back together, the sexes are ever going to like each other again. You got to, you guys don't, you don't want to go to the other extreme of that the women went. Every man hates us. We're slaves. Like, look around. I don't see shaved-headed women. I go to Walmart. I don't see thin women. Oh, okay, that's true. I didn't see any shaved-headed women. I didn't see any protests. And so, they're not all what you see on the TikTok and all stupid and clickbaity and drama and pouty lips sprayed on make. I cannot find the eggs. I don't. Oh, I hate her. It's not like I know her personally. I'm just like, oh, the fucking, not even a human. She's a fucking stereotype. Fucking stereotype. Stop. What chameleons? Is that what it is? There was like an alien. Maybe there's a movie. The Pretenders? No. Had Donald Sutherland in it. Body snatchers? Where they act human, but they're not human. All right, we got any super chats? Let's go to the super chat. All of today's super chats go to gas. I think I need a tank of gas. What Willie's wet or water? $5 generous dollars. Histrionic personality disorder got added to the DVSM, which that's going to be my next video about how therapists are it's bullshit. They're jokes. I know psychology is BS, but the pros nailed this one. I don't. The therapy industry is, for the most part, useless, and I would almost say fraudulent. It does not do anything. It's like economists. They don't do anything. DigiNomad, 2 Canadian, why is mental health synonymous with the left? Because the left lives in a delusional world. I mean, a very simple answer. The left, what? I keep saying this, guys. what defines the left is parasitism. Okay. But this goes to all political. There's producers and parasites. That's it. The parasites want the producers' money. The producers want to be left the fuck alone. The left foundationally is parasitic, and they desperately want to believe that there is a world where they don't have to work. They are just trying to avoid work. That's why I don't want to hear any arguments from any Democrats or journalists or anything else when at the end of the, I can just say, is your solution more of other people's money? I don't care how you got to that rationalization through discrimination or sexism or classism or this or that. I don't care. At the end of the day, is it more of other people's money? It is. Shut the fuck up. Because then the answer is we're already taxing people at 40%. 4 in every $10 goes to the government, not always to other people. But how much is enough? Because they don't know. They just don't want to work. And so when you get into this world where you think you live in a never rewarded hope that the day is coming. It's right around the corner, just like Ryan Gosling for all those women. He's right around the corner. The day is right around the corner where we figure out a world where we could just print off free money and nobody has to work. But it never comes. And yeah, they might get some free money, but their lives are shit. And as I've said before, most Democrats, most people on welfare, Democrat or not, are just kept alive by government aid to suffer more, to suffer poverty. You're not living wealthy unless you got an actual scam or a racket going on. People aren't healthy in Section 8 housing, and you're surrounded by the same type of people. Yeah, you are going to get mentally ill. The idea that you don't have to work and somehow there's a way that's going to happen throughout your life and you keep doubling down on it, yeah, that will drive you insane. And the idea of another thing with a parasitic mindset is that you don't believe other humans exist. They are just things you're supposed to give me money. You're supposed to help me move. You're not a human being with entity, with preferences and all that. I am the table. Fuck out of here. They never view other people as fellow human beings. They only view you as potential resources or people who are supposed to do things for them. And if they don't, they get massively pissed. But you can't form healthy relationships with people, whether that's friendship or love or romantic or lust, if you're not also giving them back, if you're not counter-investing in them. Show me where a group of thieves has great relationships with other people. I mean, that Thieves Guild, that's only in Dungeons and Dragons. That's, usually if you're in a criminal world, it kind of sucks. And so the left keeps doubling down. That's just the finances. Now, I don't know, is the opposite sex and romantic relationships with other people, is that important to other people? I seriously don't know if women really are that interested in men. As I've said many times before, they seem to be, at least stated, I guess. I know men, it's somewhat important, right? But your social and romantic lives are ruined where you're just parasitic. No, my goal, the meme, the wife, the bride is hugging the groom after they're married, and she's just looking up. She says, "And now I can get fat." That's a leftist mentality. Cool, I did this thing. Now I can get fat and going back. I don't have to give this person. This person isn't human. This is a person who's going to get me money, and this is a resource. And now my goal is to get fat. And you can't just parasite off of other people financially, emotionally, intellectually. You can't be a boring person, just me. But what is a leftist but a totally self-centered person who doesn't believe that they have to work or contribute at all to society to live or to have a social life, to have a community? And then when no one counter-invests in them, that deprives the human brain with what it needs mentally to survive, and that is human interaction, human investment in the form of love and friends, but also community. Yeah, that's why they're mentally ill. I'm sorry, ladies. The number one reason you're on antidepressants, it's just me. I could be wrong. The one reason you're on antidepressants is you don't got a guy in your life. We need to go build another landing strip that's like 20 miles long to get the girls up to the super hypersonic speed to do the super hypersonic read of that one. We know, ladies, you don't need no man. Enjoy your fucking mental illness. Enjoy your SSRIs. Enjoy your antidepressants. Don't drink wine, though, right? You're not supposed to drink wine with that. How many people you think out there are consuming booze with SSRIs? Men and gals. Men are probably resorting more to booze, like liquor. Women, obviously, the wine. Go ahead. Be a parasite. Don't work. Don't try. Don't achieve excellence. Don't invest in other people. Don't become somebody else wants and demand free shit from everyone else. And you let me know how your mental health is. Bull muscle, $5. Found an economic bone for you to chew on. We'll send soon. Leg press, PR today. Hit the bench yesterday. Caught girls checking out the six-pack. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Look, you put in the effort. Go ask them out. William Curtin, $5. Have I seen any bald feminists? I'm not looking for any. I know. My point is they should have been. If you started seeing a lot of people, oh dang, there's more of them than I thought. And the fact I haven't seen any, I'm like, yeah, you're just a bunch of miserable, pissed off psychopaths. You are mentally divergent. But unlike you guys, I don't want to throw you in institutions. I'm like, go be mentally divergent. Go be miserable. Go be pissed off. Not my responsibility. I don't care. Captain Jack, $2. Unfortunately, being too optimistic, Cappy. I just want to. I just gotta call them as I see them. I don't want y'all. Oh my God, all the women are crazy, batshit insane people. No, they're not. You would have seen a bunch of bald-haired gals. And you can't. And really, what? You don't know any good women? You know some good women in your life. They're not all on TikTok, like, filming at the fucking gym, trying to trap guys. It's not that bad. Elon Musk's filthy jockstrap, $2. You're Gake and Faye. Much love. Sent you an email. Thank you, Elon. Theme Wong, 69 Thai bot. Theme, you're the guy. I don't need another super chat, but you're the guy that wanted Wisconsin. You wanted the Wisconsin cheese, right? Because you mentioned Wisconsin here. Is the Wisconsinite are basically Prussian German? I'm not familiar enough with the Prussian history. But if I recall correctly, that preceded Germany. The Prussian Empire is what preceded Germany. Yes, Prussian is very strict. Germans tend to also be very, stereotypically very organized and strict. And the Wisconsinites, maybe in times past, like any other state, they're just turning into, non-working, lazy American filth. But the Wisconsinites back when I was Lutheran, and that's it is German. And that attitude, I had a video taken down. They are not people you should like, and they don't like other people. Yes, they were very strict and not in a good way. I think they got off on being assholes, even to their own kids, their own family. They are a miserable group of people. I could say that they're a miserable group of people who are not fun or jovial or loving. And I think some of that is passed down through the German heritage of the German settlers and Scandinavian settlers that settled disproportionately in Wisconsin. But they do got some damn good cheese. That's true. Dre, $2. But Cappy, they got dogs and peanut butter. That is also only something you see on the internet. I don't believe that. Sam Whiskey, the most American name in America, 10 generous dollars. She raised $1 billion. The consultants get 10% of that. Today, her campaign is $20 million in debt. Time to go bald. Right there. Look, man, you got $1 billion in essentially donated free money, and you go $20 million in debt. The definition of parasite. You consume more than you produce. And you all wanted her to be president. Now, in 100% fairness, Trump racked up more debts and deficits than I think any president as a percentage of GDP since FDR during World War fucking II. Cause bad cold. So in fairness, Trump can't critique Kamala. But oh well. Cyberbully, 10 generous dollars. Do you have any creative hobbies? I used to play guitar, but it's hard to muster up the brain power to practice and learn a day after hard work. Most good players are bums. I don't know. I guess my writing is creative. I know it's gonna sound weird, but technically what I do here is teach. Right? I'm conveying information, which generally falls under the thing, well, you're teaching or you're maybe public speaking might be the skill. One of the main reasons for my success is I'm very creative in the way I deliver things, either through writing. If you read my books, your brain, now you have to pay attention. You can't be doing something else and listening half-heartedly. But if you read through one of my books and just listen and pay attention, if I'm to be honest, one of the best people in conveying the most amount of information in the least amount of time clearly. And the books is kind of reflects that, but I did it more so in teaching dance classes and economics. But the dance class is like, how do you teach movement, maintaining beat, pre-lead, lead, follow, and sitting down and coming with creative ways to figure that out so that there's no confusion or ambiguity and it is very clearly conveyed. So there was a lot of creativity and cleverness there. The courses. Otherwise, artistically, no, not really. I mean, I can draw okay, I guess. Creative. I was into lapidary, like cut and polish stones, but that's not really an art form. You cut a stone to expose the cool inside of it, patterns, and then you polish it. But that's a process, not a creativity thing. No, I don't know. I used to play guitar, but it's hard to muster up the brain power to practice and learn. Well, here's after a day of hard work. Right, you only got so many calories of energy, but I guarantee you what's also happening there is novelty. It's not novel anymore. I mean, you don't get excited about things anymore. Like some of the hikes I used to do, I'm not excited about them. They're just training hills now. Yeah, just set it aside. You'll rediscover it later. But that's just human nature, getting sick and tired of the same thing all the time. Sam Whiskey, $5, Cappy. The chart on page 450 of Bachelor Pet Economics is the wrong shade of gray. I don't like it. I was about to say, I got it right here, Bachelor Pet Economics. I'm like, wow, what? Is there something wrong? Sam, you make a great banker. And Dylan Sharding, new guy here. Oh, hey, is that a Luffy hat? Is that a One Piece Pirates hat? Wisconsinite here, very true. They love playing mean girl, passive-aggressive games, especially to the closest to them, as they are lazy. I'm kind of curious, Dylan, where you at? Are you out by Heartland? It's been ages since I've been to Milwaukee and knew the neighborhoods, but the Western burbs were snooty. White Man's Bay, Whitefish Bay, we call it White Man's Bay. Is that still hoity-toity with the fancy schmancy? Yeah, there wasn't. I'll tell you this. Let's put it this way. Wisconsinites, it's your own damn family too, especially if you got that German Scandinavian. There's no love in Wisconsin. I think that's the best way to put it. There is no love in Wisconsin. It is a bunch of miserable people of a particular religion. I won't say which because we don't want to get, I offended some fraggy vaggies out in Wisconsin one time. We had to take the video down. There's a particular religion of a particular stripe or synod or sect, if you will. And there's the culture. It's just a miserable, unloving culture. Very miserable. Then you throw on top of that your standard blights or viruses, I guess, that affect all of the country, especially major metros where you got Milwaukee is just an inner city shithole. where there's crime and crap and parasitism and Democrats. And then your suburbs, when I was there, a bunch of arrogant, snooty, typical cult of popularity where you had to have the popular thing. And then I guarantee you now, if I were to go back and visit the exurbs now, Milwaukee, just like whether it's Castle Rock, Denver, or Winnetka, Chicago, you got your fake triple mortgage, third mortgage, entrepreneur, dude bros, and trophy wives living paycheck to paycheck, which isn't anything specific to Wisconsin, but it just shows you how fake and fraudulent nearly the entire culture is. What? Tell me something great that's come out of Wisconsin recently. Tell me something great. We got a new baseball diamond. Oh, good. Brewers still haven't won a World Series yet. No, with Wisconsin, and then you got your weather. Fuck Wisconsin. Get the fuck out of there. I'm all right if you cheer for the Green Bay Packers. I'll go with that. Maybe the one redeeming thing about Wisconsin. Otherwise, get the fuck out of there. Look, if you got to deal with assholes, at least deal with assholes in the sun. Go to San Diego, not San Francisco. Go to San Diego. Go to Phoenix. Okay? Phoenix people are a lot happier because they're not fucking snowing there all the time and it's sunny. Some of the women are hot because you got the university nearby, at least in Scottsdale. But Wisconsin, I don't know. You like cows, and I'm not referring to the cattle. Ha ha! Hey! Whoa! And to that I said, moo. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys later. Link below is linked to my Amazon affiliate program. That's it. Just shopping. You guys got to go buy something Sunday, right? Why don't you use my Amazon affiliate link below for all your Amazon purchases? And if you can't find it below because YouTube kind of makes it difficult with the expand and where is it? You can always go to olderbrother.com/donate. Click on the Amazon banner. Do your shopping there. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.